Hey guys, Brian the Shaving Geek here with another episode of my Shave of the Day. And today's episode is going to be quite a bit different than any other episode that I've ever done. I'm not going to focus much, if at all, on the products that I used, but I want to focus today's episode on how traditional wet shaving can affect you, or at least it affects me in ways other than just enjoying the hobby. What do I mean by that? Well, I've talked on many occasions with regards to how much I enjoy using my grandfather's razor and how I feel connected to my grandfather. And as I use that razor, it, I think about the pleasant memories that I had with my grandfather before he passed away. I've talked about how scents remind me of certain things and can kind of transform you back in time to a different time or to a different place. And today's shave was a shave like that. Yesterday at work, one of my coworkers was killed in an accident at work, and obviously. That affects you. He was relatively new to our company, and I had met him just a couple of times. I worked on his phone at one point. But obviously, when something like that happens, it really causes you to stop and reflect that you never know when it's going to be your time. You never know when something like that could happen to you. And this accident took place in one of our shops, and it's in an area where I've walked by 100 times since I've worked there. And so have many of my other coworkers. And so yesterday, his family, he has a 14-year-old and a 16-year-old, and their dad didn't come home from work. And so today, as I was putting together my shave, obviously that was weighing heavy on my mind. And as I was kind of looking over my products and thinking about that, I happened to see my Thanksliving from Soap Commander, and I thought, what better product to shave with than a product with that name? Because I think all of us need to live our lives in such a way that we keep in mind what are the important things. And many times we get caught up in things that really don't matter a whole lot. Sometimes in this hobby we do. The desire to acquire the next, latest and greatest, whether it's a razor or whether it's a soap. But outside of this hobby, sometimes we get caught up in things that really, when it all comes down to it, don't matter. And we can be very greedy, very self-centered, very selfish. And then when something like this happens, it really, at least for me, it's caused me to stop and to consider what are the important things. And when I'm having a bad day, my bad day could always be worse. I will tell you this much: when I got home last night, I hugged my son a little bit tighter. I hugged my wife a little bit longer, because it could have been me not coming home to my family. And so I want to challenge you, when you get done watching this video, go find your kid if he's around, and give him a hug. Find your wife or find your husband and give them a hug. If your child is no longer at home, give them a call. Tell them that you love them. And live each day with a thankful heart. Because when it all comes down to it, guys, those of us that enjoy this hobby, we're very, very blessed people. The fact that we can afford to get involved in stuff like this, we're very, very blessed. We're very fortunate. And at least for me, this situation was a reminder of that. And so again, today's episode is a somber one, but at least for me, it was a good reminder. And it sucks that it takes a tragic event sometimes like that to grab us by the short hairs and to cause us to pause and to reflect on the blessings that we have, the good things that we enjoy, the fact that we're able to arrive back at home safe after a day's work. I don't know what else to say. When you're done with this video, do me a favor and find somebody that you love. Give them a hug. Give them a kiss. Tell them that you love them. And live each day with Thanksgiving. Ryan the Shaving Geek, reporting live from my shave den, wishing you a lifetime of happy shaves. Have a great day, everybody.